want a job. I don't even want a job. Please, somebody. I don't want a job.
When older women decide to actually divorce their husbands because they think the grass is greener on the other side, and then suddenly they regret it, as if nobody saw that coming. Like, of course it's gonna happen. What did you expect? The same opportunities you had when you were 20? That ain't happening.
I feel like I'm a single mom.
Cause you don't be yourself.
How you feel like I don't be myself?
That's not even your real hair.
I can wear a wig if I want to.
Yeah, but without a wig, you look like a grown man.
Hey, if you ever want the truth, just ask a kid. They tell it like it is.
My husband left me after 47 years of marriage, so here is everything I did to look 30 years younger at age 57.
Well, that math ain't mathin'.
Yeah.
You got way bigger problems than trying to look younger.
But also, like, why is he shaming her how she looks? Look at him. Like, I don't understand people shaming other people the way, like, be nice. Like, say, okay, like, the math ain't mathing really. Like, but, like, he's saying you have bigger problems. Like, do you have a mirror, sir? Can you see yourself?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Do you know how bad
What happened?
I just want to say all the fucking things I want to say so bad?
I cannot.
And I cannot because I'm too nice. But holy, it literally makes me so frustrated that I cry. That's why I'm crying.
Oh, yeah. You should understand that. Also, like, I should have figured it out from the cup and the strawberries on it. Like, yeah, okay, we get it. It's not that easy. Hormones are all over the place. We are not ourselves. Not even a Snicker can help us.
Anybody here 30 and up and still single?
I have a 4-year-old.
That's not what I asked.
How single does that make me? Am I like 4 times more single than other people because I have a 4-year-old? Like, what does that even mean?
When you're 39 and you have a 4-year-old, it's not a catch.
Dude, I didn't ask you to unpack everything. What the hell?
Thank you.
I'm just like trying to do I was just like, it was like a rhetorical question. I didn't actually care. You see what happened there, right? I asked a very simple question, and she got insecure, and she's like, oh, I don't know, I'm single, I'm 39, I'm not a catch.
Why would you go to a comedy club and start trauma dumping on a comedian?
Exactly. Like, as if we went to a psychologist. Like, that is actually a comedy. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Worth isn't determined by a man saying that I'm worthy.
Yes,
Correct.
it is.
No, it's not. Your worth is not determined by a man saying you're worthy. What do you mean? Yes, it is. You better explain it in the chat if you agree with him, because I do not agree. Your worth is never determined by the perspective of other people. Your worth is determined by how you feel, how happy you are within yourself, and how comfortable and respectful you are towards yourself. All right, there are external factors. But that doesn't really matter. That doesn't determine your worth. What? Am I living in a delusional world?
Something you regret not saying to someone.
Sorry, I cheated on you. I did, and it didn't feel good,
apologized?
and I wouldn't do it again. I
Why
really
did you
hurt
never
his feelings,
apologize?
and it was super
And you
selfish.
didn't even say
If
sorry?
you can go back in time, what would you have said?
I just wouldn't have done it, because I didn't end up with that person. I wouldn't have stayed with the other person either. I just would have done it the right way. I call that other person my getaway car. I could have just gotten away by like my 2 feet.
Why do you think you did it?
I didn't have the courage and the...
That's a lot of times how cheating happens in such relation, because they don't want to break up just like that, and then they cheat as if it is the best and easiest way to end it, which is the most terrible way to end it. And she's at least being really honest with the courageous part, because you don't really have the courage to just end up a relationship that you don't have a specific reason to end, so you're like just looking for an out, and then you cheat, which I am completely against, but a lot of people do it.
Fortitude that I have now, and I didn't know myself that well, and I was scared. I thought there was something better out there, and I wasn't ready to leap until I had the other thing, the getaway car.
What is the biggest lesson you've learned?
You have to do the work in therapy. You have to understand what, things are your triggers and what upsets you, so that you can then not hurt other people.
From your experience, if you can give an advice, what would it be?
Your journey is important. And so I can't really tell you what to do, but do the work because it helps. And then you hurt less people because hurt people hurt people.
Can I have your name?
Hurt people hurt people. That is completely true. But also I want to understand the fact that we all have to understand that she said, I would not even stay with that person, even if I went back. So even if she didn't cheat, she still would have left him. But now she says that do the work. And if you're not a person that hurts other people, you might not have hurt him as well. I don't know. Does that mean that she doesn't want to admit that she doesn't want to be with, that she would like to be with him? Or what? Like, it is a bit confusing.
Even where you're from?
Whitney, New York.
Just saw someone's post that said, you're missing someone who knows where you're at and how to contact you.
Love Chucky.
You have mental issues.
You a streamer?
No, but you scare me. You're a child.
You are a streamer.
Chucky, and you have a clown mask. What's wrong with you?
Are you
parents around?
You just look Ain't no way a girl has that flat.
One, don't look at me. Two, you're a child.
3, you got more of a masculine voice than I do.
4, you're a...
And 5, you got bushier eyebrows than mine. You just pick out a row of caterpillars every day and just slip that on. God diggity damn, it's like a Sharpie. The highlights are not doing you any good. You look like an old lady because the hair in the back looks like it's going gray.
It's all blonde. What are you yapping about?
And you're using Gen Z terminology.
She asked for it. Like, the younger generation will find a way to destroy you way easier. Like, don't even try. Don't even try. I got destroyed in Mortal Kombat by a 12-year-old. He wasn't supposed to even be playing that game. He destroyed me. He went on the mic and he said, destroyed. And I'm like, I didn't even know I was getting destroyed by a 12-year-old. Like, he didn't even say a word while we were playing. Only after he finished me. Jesus. Like, use the finisher on me. That's what I meant.
Know my worth and I make a lot of money and I'm pretty.
No, not at all.
Being pretty don't even ensure that you will get a ring. Men
That's
don't
so
marry
true.
looks. We have with looks. Men marry behavior.
Men love looks, but they don't marry looks. Like, they will choose looks first on hand, but to propose and marry, they have checks. You know, we have like physical pages with check marks. They have it in their mind. They don't have to, like, they feel it, all right? They have the feeling, is this a woman worthy of marrying or not? So yeah, looks ain't everything.
Your behavior determines whether you get the ring or not the looks. Halle Berry is beautiful. Kim Kardashian is beautiful to a lot of people. There's a slew of women that have the money and the fame, but they cannot keep, we marry behavior. So if you are not even proficient at the things that are intrinsically important to a man, you can't be high value because your money ain't intrinsically important to us. You being soft is. You anticipating what we need and providing that without us having to prompt you or ask you, that's important. Not knowing your worth.
A lot of personalities. That's why people think they can figure me out. You can't figure me out. I got split personality disorder. Of course you're not.
You just called yourself crazy and you make it sound cool. Like, hey, I have multiple personalities and that's awesome. You don't know who you're getting. Maybe Karen, maybe Sarah, I don't know.
I'm not gonna feel like I'm this way and I'm not that way and I'm this way and I'm not that way. I just gotta be in a certain setting. Y'all call it code switching? Why you think I can play a role so well?
Sorry, bro, that's not flex. Why are you flexing? That is not a flex at all. Telling a man that he doesn't know which personality he's getting at which specific time in the day is not a flex. That is the worst thing you can say to a man. He doesn't want to deal with that shit. He got no time for that shit. He doesn't want to deal with that shit at all.
I got split personality disorder. That's why, like, if y'all watch me for long enough, you will see that I go through several moods in my stream, and I'm like that in person. Like, I could be hee-hee-ha and out the blue.
I'm sorry, that's not like split personalities. Everybody can be hee-hee-ha and, like, serious. Like, it depends how you wake up. And not even that. It depends at what hour you are in the day. Like, that's not split person. I think she's confused by being a human.
I'm like, I just got mad. And most people be like, what's wrong? I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, fuck. Really?
I just got mad. I don't know why I'm mad. I'm mad. I have to be mad. And then people look at me like I'm crazy. Like, that's just, I'm diagnosed with all that. But that's because I used to be crying, and I start laughing, then I'll be like, nah, I'm cool. Like, when I went to therapy, like, I went through all my emotions while I was in there. But that's just what I do, you feel me? Like, I cry and then I start laughing. And I'll be like, yeah, this is stupid.
Yeah, it is stupid. There is something wrong, and I think it is an hormonal imbalance within you. Like, there is something that you need to deal with, not only emotionally, but also probably physically. People like now think everything is also emotional. No, there's a lot of physical. There's like a specific diet can make you feel a certain way as well. Like how the amount of sleep, like it's all important. So what the hell am I watching? I like paused the video on a picture with a head on a table and women. Like, I know it's the whatever podcast, but why do we have this woman head? Like the what the doll this?
How much income will your future
What the
husband make?
doll?
For one thing, and I'll be like, yeah, this is stupid.
How much income will your future husband make?
For one thing, I don't want to get married, just for the record. I mean, I want kids, no, but I'm not saying that like I necessarily have to be married to have kids.
You just want to be an incubator?
Because I don't think that necessarily I'm going to be madly in love with the person that I decide to have kids with. I think that's
Holy,
reasonable.
that's a scarlet letter.
I'm just not somebody that's like deeply emotional. I can't envision myself like falling in love with a guy and wanting to spend the rest of my life with him. No.
And if you're not a very emotional person and you're not very like lovey-dovey or nurturing or anything like that, why do you think you'd be a good parent?
Well, I'm not. Like, I don't think that I never a child, but I think that that's a different type of.
It's very interesting that her question was, will you be, if you're not an emotional person, how will you be emotionally available to your child? And the first thing she said, abusive. Like, there is a lot of space between emotionally available and being abusive. You know what I mean? Like, there are a lot of steps there. It's not like one or the other. And the fact that she immediately hopped on the abusive train makes me think that she doesn't even know what emotions are. Like, she's detached from her own emotions that I don't think she would be readily available for her future child. So the fact that she now says she's not ready to be lovey-dovey with a boyfriend, a husband, or whatever, what will happen when you already have a child? Like, there is no turning back. If you're not ready, what's gonna happen then? You know, like, you really need to fix that first before you bring a child to the world.
Love than like a romantic love.
It is a different type of love, but I mean, there's definitely a correlation with like, if you feel like you're not capable of falling in love and making someone feel loved and, you know, cared for, and like you care about their needs and everything like that, then I'm not really sure that you can make a child feel like that just because you're their parent.
Immediately, he screwed my life up. I've waited for my husband for so many years.
The crying.
And I'm just getting mad. What kind of world do we live in? Where a normal, regular girl cannot find just a regular guy out here to date.
They're telling women to be just like men. Be as promiscuous as you want. Just behave like a man. Yeah. You know, climb the corporate ladder, get degrees. And now you have women that are in their late 30s and like, I did the corporate ladder. I have the house. I have the Tesla. I've paid off my debt. I've decorated my house beautifully. I'm a wonderful cat mom to my 3 cats. Why can't I find a man? I'm attractive. It's like, because you've basically turned yourself into a man. You've accomplished all the things that a man is supposed to accomplish to attract a woman, and now you've priced yourself out of the dating market.
Not only that you priced yourself, I'm sure women who have achieved that certain lifestyle and who made everything by themselves and went through all of that shit to get what they want, now when they end up with a man, they value themselves so much higher that it's almost unattainable. Like, men cannot compete with that. They're like, I'm not just an attractive woman, I am also this and this and that and that. And like, if you want to have me and if you want a piece of me and who I am and everything that I accomplish, like, it will cost you a lot. And I feel like a lot of men immediately feel intimidated, and they know they cannot even keep up with it, because she will keep reminding them of her value, you know, and she will keep reminding herself that she is valuable because of everything that she got. And it is very hard for a man to deal with that. Like, no man wants to deal with it, and it's very understandable. Like, go do your thing, but a lot of women tend to say it out loud, like, I achieved all of that, I accomplished all of that by myself, you know. Like, not a lot of women will not say those things just to be with a man. They will proudly admit it, which is fine. But
I don't want a job. I don't even want a job. Oh, please, somebody. I don't want a job. I don't want to work.
see, this is like the worst. Is people think that getting a job is the worst thing ever. But how about this idea? Find a job or something that will give you money, but you love doing, and then call it a job. Because at the end of the day, that's, for example, what I have done for myself. I don't want a 9-to-5 job either. I would be the same like her. Like, I can't do that. I figured out other ways. I am doing what I love doing, and I don't even consider it a job. I genuinely consider it my happy place. It is hard. Don't get me wrong. It's not the easiest job out there. We know what the easiest job for women is out there, and I'm doing that. I am not doing that. I'm showing up every day here, but it's not the hardest job either, and I'm really having fun and I love doing it, and it adds up to my accomplishments in life besides being a mom, and it's just fulfilling, you know. So if you find a job that is fulfilling, you will not feel like you're really working.
Just give me the money. I remember growing up, I'm 44 years old. I remember growing up, and what's the songs that used to come out? The Lil Boosie, INDEPEN. And then what was the one, Beyonce, all the women is independent. Y'all, when them songs came on, who never got up was me. Who never got up? Because I ain't never been independent. I've always needed a man.
Nice.
I need help with all of my bills, my car issues, maintenance, hair. I need help with all of it. People used to say back in the day, because I've been married now for a very long time, and they used to say, you know, I always knew you would get married, Jai. Me too. I always knew I was going to get married too. I don't know what these new women, I don't know what their issue is. They don't want to look good, and the ones that do look good, they think they're so fine that they think beauty is going to last forever. Baby, it don't. Everything goes south. Okay? Everything that was up comes down.
I can never win. Now they want to put me in anger management because I told my therapist to shut the up and let me talk. Because they keep saying, I'm sorry you went through that. Help me fix it. I don't want to feel this way. What the you mean you sorry?
Black women that least married, one of the reasons is selfishness. They are taught from a young age all of the things that a man is not capable of doing before they even know what a man is. They are taught they'll cheat, they lie, all of these things. They're taught a list of bad behaviors from the experiences of the women who dealt with these men. And then when that woman is past 30 and don't got no man and don't got no prospects, then those same people who were encouraging her to be single and not waste her time and focus are the same ones like, you ain't never gonna have no kids. You ain't gonna get married. While you're growing into the woman that you're gonna be, it's best to be growing with a man. When you just been out there focusing on you got your own house, your own apartment, your own car, your own this, your own that, you become selfish. Oh, well, I just have OCD. No, you're just neurotic. You just got nagging syndrome because you've been so selfish and so
true.
moving at your own pace and only doing what you want to do that now to incorporate somebody else into that lifestyle, you can't do it.
What's your mom think of your comedy?
Oh, she's like, just because you're ugly doesn't mean you're funny. You know, no ugly people are funny. I said, Mama,
It's saying like just because you're fat doesn't mean you're funny. Like, that is so true.
I was not ugly. I was Miss China 2014. She goes, now you're older. You're Miss Chinatown.
Damn. You Miss Chinatown.
She is funny. She's so quick on the goddamn draw.
Oh,
Right.
quick as like, yes. She said you Miss China and Miss Chinatown.
Never once asked my wife what her plans are when she goes and hangs out with her friends. And it's not because I don't care.
That is so true. Like, but do men care? Like, maybe they care, but they don't really care. Like, as long as you're safe and sound, go do whatever, because they are thinking about their free time and they're more happy about their free time than whatever you're doing out there. They trust you, okay? They trust you. Don't worry.
I don't, but that's not the reason. I've never asked my wife what her plans are because I know that her and her friends can't have enough fun to die. Like, I've seen my wife come home
like they're
from
safe,
her craziest night, her wildest night. She kicks in the apartment door. It was crazy! Megan fell! And I'm always falling. What do you mean, she fell off a boat or something, like a bridge? Like, what do you mean she fell? She's like, no, it was crazy. Her heel broke and she fell. We walked home barefoot. It was crazy. I'm like, that's crazy. Your massive brontosaurus of a friend Megan's heel broke. That's crazy? The laws of physics are crazy to you? When Megan fee-fi full-thumped into our apartment, I looked at those heels. I said, they better be made of Wolverine claws, those heels. Or they're turning into dust tonight. That's what's happening. I don't even think they thought she was barefoot. I think they thought she was wearing Uggs. I honestly believe that. And don't think I'm being mean to Megan. I know Megan since I was a kid. I literally saw Megan and her family stampede Mufasa.
Yeah, somebody said I look like Marilyn Monroe after she ate Lizzo. Honestly, who cares? That's a hater, like who's bored with their life. Let me see what you look like. Yeah, why do you don't even have a picture on his That's how you know they're like busted.
Yep. And they're so mean because she has PCOS, which I also have. It's an insulin resistant thing that makes you gain weight, and it is very difficult to get rid of that weight because the sugar and fat that you eat doesn't burn. Like, it doesn't turn into energy. Like, you have to go on a really strict diet. You have to exercise a lot in order to like manipulate with it and get your metabolism to wake up. It's possible to treat it. It's treatable, but you will always have it. Like, it's not something that will be gone, but the symptoms can be kind of treated. And then they are so mean to her, who she like, it's not as if she's not taking care of herself. It's not like she's not trying her best, but it's so hard for celebrities out there who put their face and their image out there. You know, for them, it's mostly about the looks besides the talent. And she's very talented. But yeah, people have been fat shaming her since so long. And I think now she really lost weight. I think she was taking Ozempic or something, but I'm not sure.
I'm single, and I feel like I'm at this point in my life where if a man isn't adding some sort of value to my life, or if he's just going to disrupt my peace, like, honestly, I don't want it.
Last heartbreak, was it your fault or theirs?
It was totally my fault. I developed feelings for someone else while I was dating someone, and I actually told my partner because we did have a really great, communicative, healthy relationship. I was like, listen, I don't know what's happening, but I have really strong feelings for my best friend. I think I started out trying to handle it really maturely, and then I realized that it was just a really situation, and there's just some things where even if you're trying to, you know, protect the other person, life is a lot messier than we think, and I was super stressed out when that whole situation started to happen because I was like, oh no, like, I don't want to be like all these bad people that I see in my life. And then I kind of realized that these things happen and like, you can't really help a feeling. And
at least she was honest and she broke up
sometimes
before.
things just aren't meant to
fine.
be, so.
Yeah. My body more times than I've been given flowers, and it's ironic because I hate my body, but I love flowers. I thought if I let them in, if I let them touch the parts of me, no one...
That doesn't make sense, like, how the she trying to make poems about being for the streets? And then you'll have girls in their comments, you go girl, you'll have the man of your dreams one day. She's letting everyone hit there, know what I'm saying, just to get flowers. Hey, this generation's finished there. What's going on? That's someone's daughter there. Like I say, that is somebody's daughter. Unlucky on that father there.
Girls will be like, oh,
I love his accent, and
I
he
need you,
knows
I'll
it.
go find another. Like I said, bro, go.
Once you start getting older, let's say like probably over 40, that carry-on gets a little bit heavier. And you don't got no man to carry it for you? How you gonna get that suitcase in that car? Since you want no man, right? You want to be a traveler?
You go be a traveler. You want to be a Dora? Want to explore the country? I'll go. Take the map with you too. Don't forget the book bag.
What is wrong with you? Running around. I'm wifey material. No, you're not. Says who? If you could be a wife, you'd be a wife. I'm single by choice. No, you're not. You're single because you don't have a choice. I got options. No, you don't. You got a bunch of that'll take you to Pound Town. That's about it.
Divorced after 30 years of marriage.
Oh, the regret is happening. Oh no. 30 years in marriage. Now, I would approve of this if he was a cheater, an M-word, you know, if he was beating her or whatever, harassing her. That's for me understandable, and go for it, girl. But if he was a normal guy and you thought you can do better because you really think that the grass is greener on the other side, then girl, I mean woman, you're up for a disaster.